Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello people and welcome to Footy Judge Mo. What is wrong with the news, bro? Like Summerville to Man United. We discussed yesterday. Man United, you know what I mean? Like with their signings, are they serious? Are they looking to get serious? Antonee Robinson, I like it. We'll talk about it. It looks like Arsenal have chosen Morgan Rogers for their left winger. It looks like the news yesterday have indicated that most of the indications are actually pointing towards Morgan Rogers to Arsenal as the marquee signing of the summer, as the left winger of choice for Arsenal. Tonali to Spurs. What a fucking waste. What a waste. Why this headphone? And I know it. What a waste. Of course, Liverpool. And I want to talk about Liverpool and Diomande a little bit because, oh boy, he looks like a freaking bowler. He looks like an absolute bowler. You know what I mean? To be honest with you, we'll talk about all of this. We'll talk about, I wanted to speak about what happened yesterday, right? The Zubamendi talk that I did yesterday with pass and touchline. We'll talk about that as well. I'm kind of comfortable. I'm sitting back. I'm comfortable. I want to enjoy this show with you. I want to get your opinions. I want to actually discuss what the people put in the comments yesterday about Zubamendi and what happened at the end of the season. Because a lot of people seems to think that I was wrong. I want to actually remove this. I'm going to remove this and whatever. My hair is my hair. Don't laugh at my hair. Please. No laughing. No laughing at my hair. It will be washed today. It won't look like this for the rest of my life. I promise you this. It won't look like this for the rest of my life. Tomorrow, it will look different. But hit that like button, guys. Come on. There's over 100 people here. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you are new, of course. Fuck off. Shaquille O'Meal is the first one to laugh. Hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. And let's actually discuss things that are going on in world football. But before we do this, if you're here now, let me know in the comment section, where are you tuning in from? And if... Fuck off. I'm gonna wear that fucking thing. Just can you fucking like... for fuck's sake. Anyway. I'm not dyeing my hair. I swear to God, I never dyed my hair. Alhamdulillah, I don't have a lot of gray hair yet. This is my natural hair. Of course, I did some stuff to it, but come on. Can we get the likes up a little bit? Can we get the likes up? I'm in Egypt now. But anyway, hit that like button. Let's get the likes to 100. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are. Why I keep looking at the comments here while they are in front of me here? I don't understand, to be honest with you. Where are you tuning in from? As my man here, Julius. What a name. What a name. What a name. Julius. What a name. It will be curly. It just it needs to be washed, to be honest with you. Romania. Big up people. Let me know in the comment section. Sydney, Australia. Of course, big up the people all the way down from Australia, New Zealand, and all the countries down there. Of course, from down under. I want to start. Okay, are we starting talking about the fucking football or not? Yeah, fuck off then, JT. Sweden. Are we going to talk about the football? Al-Iraq. Ya Allah, Al-Iraq. Norway, Canada, London, UK. Big up people, everyone in the chat. Allah, you guys, footy judgment community. What a community. Hit the damn like. Dublin, Ireland. Big up Ireland. Germany. Big up Germany. This is a lot of places in Germany. Egypt did it right now. Made Belgium and Kevin De Bruyne look average. A motherfucker Doku, bro. This Doku is fucking unplayable. Doku is unfucking playable. It's fucking nuts. To be honest with you. Ghana. Sam Vincent, of course. I might grow my beard. But we'll see how it goes. Muhammad Salah was shit. And I'm going to tell you something, people. Well, I was invited to family. Okay, let's start by Egypt. I'm going to start by Egypt quickly. Yesterday, I was watching with my family, right? Oxford, UK. And I'm like, I'm watching with my cousin Adel. He's a bowler, bro. Adel is a bowler. And I'm watching with Adel, and Adel is like, bro, Salah is kind of a fucking burden on this team. They need to take him off. Bro, the guy barely moves, to be honest with you. Barely moves. Can't dribble. Can't run. His passings are okay. I'm like, I'm like, do you have to play? Do you have to start the fucking games? I know he's a big name and he was good, but sometimes you gotta leave the football before football leaves you, bro. And he was like, fucking awful. I know he got an assist, but are we lying to ourselves, you know? Are we lying to ourselves? He was shit, bro. He was shit. Genuinely, he was shit. He was not good, you know? He wasn't good. And you know what I'm talking about. He wasn't good. Salah wasn't great. Bro, he's blinded by emotions. He's blinded by emotions. You know what I mean? Listen, I like Salah more than Hussam. Like, he's Egyptian. He's the pride of Egypt in European football. But we're gonna lie. We're gonna lie to ourselves. He was all right, you know, like just he doesn't defend. He's just standing there, and I wasn't impressed. Imam Ashur was ridiculous. He kind of terrorized Belgium, to be honest with you. Terrorized Belgium. But Salah is done, bro. Omar Marmoush is fucking headless chicken on the pitch, to be honest with you. He had a massive chance to actually... Wallahi, I never dyed my hair. I never dyed my hair. I promise you this. Why my beard is suddenly so gray? I don't know. But Salah, Egypt yesterday, but they did well. Proud of the boys. Very well defensive structure. On counter-attack created chances. It looked all right. I watched Saudi Arabia with Uruguay. Didn't look bad though. It's just physicality is different. Salah was shit for Egypt. And I'm like, gotta move on from Salah, to be honest with you. There's no gel. There's no gel, my man. There's no gel. I don't have any gel yet. But let's start the news. Let's start actually talking about what is going on in world football currently. You know the drill. Let's get the likes up. Let's get the likes up. My fucking eyebrows as well. It's kind of all over the place, you know. They're all over the place. I can't do Japanese, you know, like just, you know, like the anime style. Can do the anime style if people like anime. That's like Japanese shit, you know. Japanese anime style. Anyway, sometimes I do these streams and I feel like it's so quiet and it's calm, composed. But anyway. Fabrizio Romano tweeted yesterday about Sandro Tonali. Tonali have entered the race to sign Sandro Tonali. Zerbi wants Tonali as the new star of the midfield. Ideal to step up at Tottenham level. Spurs ready to face Man City and Arsenal in the race for Tonali for a new ambitious project to prove their intentions. I'm gonna tell you something about this news. My wife's next to me. Well, my wife sent me a text. Said I look good. I look good, you bitches. Allah, my wife sent me a text. Said I look good on the stream. Raw. Bitches. But the Sandro Tonali thing is kind of weird. That leads me to the Zubamendi thing, which is what we spoke about yesterday. Where's Marco? Is Marco in the chat? Because a lot of people didn't like my Zubamendi take, and I think that Arsenal should sign Sandro Tonali. He's just stronger than Zubamendi defensively, in my opinion. And a lot of people have actually called me out about the take of Zubamendi yesterday. I said that Zubamendi have actually not been looking good of late. And a lot of people said, but you said signing of the season and all this stuff. And yes, I said that he was signing of the season. He was contender for signing the season, but that was in January though, and then early February. And then since then, his levels dropped. And one of the things that people don't understand about football is sometimes a team doesn't need the midfield to step up defensively if you have one. And I explained this multiple times about Manchester City. Rodri looks so good most of the time under Pep Guardiola and even in Spain because he doesn't have to defend. It's similar to Busquets at Barcelona. When you're a very superior team on the pitch, you know what I mean? Your midfield doesn't need to defend all the time. So their defensive attributes aren't the one that is making you signing of the season or a good player. And that is what people don't understand. I'm coming to Man United, we'll come to Arsenal, we'll come to everything. But I want one of the people in the chat to actually do the timestamps so for the thing that I'm talking about, and then I will post them on the description. So can someone just type like on a piece of paper or notes on their phone the timestamps, just timestamps. When did I change topics and stuff like this? For Zubamendi, why do I think Arsenal need Tonali? Because I think Zubamendi's level have dropped massively. And I think that is one of the reasons that maybe Arsenal looked a little bit vulnerable at the end. And in him going forward didn't look good, but also he dropped a level defensively. Is Tonali better than Zubamendi? He might be, but there is a difference in playing for Newcastle and playing for Arsenal or playing for City or playing even for Manchester United. You're consistently under pressure. You're constantly under pressure playing for Arsenal. Especially for a team that is always at the ball. You have to be on your toes all the time. You have to be paying attention all the time. You have to be focused all the time. I think the fatigue took a lot from Zubamendi in the last parts of the season. Skelly stepped up at the end in the last like 4 or 5 games. But I'm not going to revise my opinion from yesterday. I'm going to say that in the beginning of the season, he was very good, Zubamendi. He was stepping up the pitch. He's stepping up on the pitch. But at the end of the season, even though I said that Zubamendi in January was kind of contender signing of the season, I thought he dropped massively. He is slow. He steps up in the aerial duels, which is a big part of football, of course. But I'm talking about covering ground, tackling, dispossessing the opposition. That was lacking by him. I agree with my man here that it says he's going to get he's going to get better, because I think that Arsenal need a midfielder to sign him. But I think that they need to, Moreno needs to be a full-time forward now, a full-time striker. And that is, Arsenal needs Zubamendi, Declan Rice, Sandro Tonali, Eze, Odegaard, and also Skelly. I genuinely believe that Tonali moving to Spurs is one of the biggest mistakes that will happen in world football. I'm not convinced that Spurs are yet the right club for Zumamendi. Maybe under the Zerbi if they do better next season. I think Arsenal and Man City need him more. I think that actually Man United need Tonali. I know that they are targeting Matthias Fernandes because of the price. But if Arsenal have the money or Man City have the money, they genuinely need to go for him. That profile Arsenal don't have it. Man City are signing Elliot Anderson, which is kind of a similar profile to Sandro Tonali. I think that the path is open for Sandro Tonali to Arsenal, and I think they need to actually start looking at him seriously. 100 million pounds, it's not going to be 100 million pounds. It's going to be less. It's going to be less than 100 million pounds. It might be 100 million euros. It might be like 85, 90 million pounds, which is in the current market, that's the going price for midfielders that are doing well. You know what I mean? So I'm looking at him and I'm thinking he suits Arsenal to the T. And he suits Man City as well. But Man City are targeting something else. They're targeting Elliot Anderson. Cal here is saying the real weird part is that the window just opened. Why is Tonali rushing to sign for Spurs? Even Liverpool can use Tonali. Yeah, Liverpool can use a Tonali. I'm not sure why Spurs are, why is Tonali even considering this? Because the other news is they are considering that he is considering moving to Spurs, which is, I think it's kind of a weird signing for me. He's a level above Spurs, in my opinion. And the people that say that Arsenal should sign Bouadi, like my man here, is saying that Arsenal should sign Bouadi, I think that you should sign Tonali, not Bouadi, even if there is a 40 million pound difference or 30 million pound difference or even more, because I think you need an established footballers. You know, that is something that you need for Sandro Tonali. Like you need someone like Sandro Tonali. I want to move, but before I move from Arsenal, I wanted to talk about the what Fabrizio said is like Arsenal love Morgan Rogers, they love, admire, appreciate all the shit, and they are prepared to go big for him. Arsenal remain in talks with the players' camps and with Aston Villa. Again, I'm going to repeat again, Morgan Rogers might start at Arsenal, but I still think that Arsenal need a touchline winger. Genuinely, that is what they need. Is also other stuff that about they wanted. They were looking at Diomande and Bradley Barcola, but it looks like it's gonna be Morgan Rogers for Arsenal. It's gonna be Morgan Rogers for Arsenal. I think it's gonna be done for Arsenal after the World Cup, as Cal is saying here. But in reality, do Arsenal need a Morgan Rogers? No, they don't. No, they don't. They need a Barcola. They need a touchline winger, in my opinion. Like, Morgan Rogers is an inside forward, and I mentioned this yesterday. And I know a lot of people bring me Rogers, as my man here is saying, but come on. You have Eze, very, very similar to Morgan Rogers in terms of the positioning, in terms of where they play on the pitch. They can start on the left, they can tuck inside, and they can play inside the pitch. And that is something that Arsenal don't need currently. They need a touchline winger, basically. And that is what they need for me. And I'm looking at this and I'm like, do you really need this guy? Zolis, Barcola, Tonali, right back, which is maybe Tino Livramento, and Arsenal would be golden. I don't understand this Morgan Rogers thing. I don't understand it. I think the Arsenal need a touchline winger, and I mentioned this a couple of times. They need a Kvaratskhelia. They need an Ademola Lookman. They need someone that will stay on the touchline. Morgan Rogers is someone that is going to come to Arsenal. I think he's going to play well. I'm not saying he's not going to play well. I think he's going to play well. But I think if Arsenal continue with the same way of playing, which is the touchline wingers and people that stretch the pitch on the sides, I think it's more of a... Listen, I'm not... Like, Barcola looks like a golden player. Diomande looks like a golden player. And I'm going to talk about Diomande. But for me, you have a profile similar to Morgan Rogers, which is Eberechi Eze. Unless Arsenal are looking to sell Eberechi Eze or looking to sell Odegaard, which is, I don't think they are. I think they're going to stick with Odegaard. They're going to stick with Eze. Eze is not going to go anywhere. He's loved by the Arsenal fans. He's loved by Arteta, and I think he loves Arsenal. And that is his first year. And I don't like people judging Eze in the beginning and actually talking about him like he's a failed signing. He's all right, you know. He didn't do what is expected. I thought that he would do more. But in the same time, I'm looking at him and I'm like, you can do more at Arsenal without a shadow of a doubt. Guys, we got 60 likes. We got almost 300 people in the house. I need the likes to go up to 200. So if you are in the chat, close the live chat and hit that like button. It helps the channel move to the next viewer. If you don't know what it is, it looks like thumbs up. It helps this video move to the next viewer. So help me. And if you're new, subscribe, of course. Help us. We're trying to do this during the World Cup. Some games are good, some games are bad. We're trying to report on the transfer window. So let's get the likes up to 200 at least live. 200 live likes. Eze is like Tierney and Oba crowd favorites, just not Arteta's favorites. Maybe yes. But I think he will be Arteta's favorite. I think he's gonna be. I think he's gonna star. I think Eze is gonna explode next season. I still have a big faith of Eze. I like Eze a lot. I'm one of the biggest fans of Eze out there. The question, which is, I'm gonna ask you the question, which is I don't know where Man United is, and can we do this? There's 300 people in the chat. If you're an Arsenal fan, type 1. If you're a City fan, type 2. If you're a Man United fan, type 3. If you're a Liverpool fan, type 4. If you're a Chelsea fan, type 5. And if you're a Spurs fan, type 6. And if you're a different club, type. If you're a Villa fan, type 7. I want to know how many Liverpool fans we have here and how many others we have. Man United, I wanted to speak about something. It was Pogba. We're going to talk about Liverpool. I got all the news here with me, guys. And I wanted to speak a lot about Diomande and Liverpool. And there is this news about Ethan Nwaneri, actually. Liverpool keeping a tab on Ethan Nwaneri. This one dropped by massively yesterday for me, which is from David Ornstein. He said that Summerville, I can't pronounce the first name, high amongst candidates Manchester United considering as possible left winger signing, 24 years old West Ham attacker subject to inquiries from Manchester United and expect to cost £50 million to land the Netherlands international from West Ham. For me, okay, we always speak about who's going to challenge Arsenal next season. There is the talks of Liverpool, there's the talks of Man United, there's the talks of City. Well, it looks like, and that is my opinion, and I want you to challenge me on this, is Man United signings are a level or a step below the rest of the clubs. Matheus Fernandes, as good as he is, he's a step below the likes of Tonali and the likes of Elliot Anderson. The likes of Summerville is a step or two below the likes of Semenyo, the likes of Morgan Rogers, the likes of Barcola, the likes of Diomande. And if Man United, and Pogba was asked today about what does he think Man United can do next season, and he was talking about Man United should challenge for the title and should aim to win the Premier League title because he thinks that if Arsenal can win the title, Man United can find their way to try to win the Premier League. You know what I mean? So Man United targeting Summerville. I like Summerville. He's an energetic winger that plays in the transition, that can dribble, that can shoot, that can cut inside, that can go to the line. However, playing for West Ham, and I'm here talking to the Man United fans, of course, playing for West Ham under David Moyes, under the manager that they had, Nuno, if I'm not mistaken, is a different challenge than playing for Manchester United. You're going to play for Man United. Summerville is constantly is going to be looking at two defenders at least for him to be able to beat. That's the same thing that is going to happen to Arsenal. If Man United think they're going to be facing teams that will open up like what they did last season against them when Michael Carrick took over, like Everton, like Leeds, they are in for a surprise. That's why I think Summerville is an unproven player in a team like Man United. Well, you're going to tell me Diomande is a player that plays for Leipzig, but if I watched Diomande the other day when he played for Cote d'Ivoire, and you look at how Man City under Pep Guardiola targeted wingers, and got the wingers. And you look at how Arsenal now are targeting players from teams that play on the front foot. You would think that if Man United signed Matheus Fernandes and Summerville, they got a level below Man City and a level below Arsenal. And if Pogba is saying that they should target the league, you should aim for higher. Because Man City are going for one of the most inspiring midfielders in the league in Elliot Anderson. You like it or you don't like it. Yes, 130 million pounds is a lot. But Elliot Anderson, the way he plays and the way he conducts himself on the pitch, what I like about Elliot Anderson and what I like about Tonali is the confidence, is how they play, is how they play on the pitch, is how they, every time I see Tonali has the ball, every time I see Elliot Anderson has the ball, they're fucking fearless. And I like these players because I think they suit the higher teams. It looks like Semenyo, when he joined City, a lot of you didn't like Semenyo. I thought the Semenyo signing and the Gueye signings is what kept Man City up there. Of course, with Doku coming back and with Shirky being introduced. But I think what kept Man City up there is the confidence that these players have, is how they conduct themselves on the pitch. They aren't players that play scared from any opposition. And I think Elliot Anderson has this in his DNA, has this, the way I watch him play, is fucking fearless. Is I'm going to take on anybody. I'm gonna receive deep, I'm going to turn, I'm going to do my thing. Tonali is similar. These are the players that I'm looking, if you want to challenge for the league, if you want to win the Premier League, you got to target these players. If you want to go far in the Champions League, you got to sign these players. You got to go and get the players that are fucking fearless. Is Summerville that guy? I don't think so. Is he a good player? Yes. Having Cunha and having Summerville, is that a Premier League winning duo on that left side? Probably not. You watch Doku. Motherfucker is, excuse my language, is ridiculous. Is if I'm playing against Doku, I'm going to shit myself like 2-3 times before I step on the pitch. You're already beat before you step on the fucking pitch playing Doku. You're already scared. Professional footballers don't think like that. No, they do. I know that for a fact. I know that they are like this. You play in Doku, you're stepping on the pitch playing Haaland. You don't sleep the night before. You go, like, there are teams that have this fear factor. You know what I mean? There are teams that have this fear factor as teams, and there are teams that have the fear factors out of individuals. You are stepping on the pitch, and you know you're going to face Ryan Shirky. You're like, this guy, I gotta be focused 90 minutes. I have to be focused 90 minutes. You go and face Doku. You go and face Haaland. You're like, I gotta look at this, and I'm thinking, I am trouble. Salah, Mane, Firmino, I'm in trouble. The day before, I am putting every single scenario. Big up, Sean. The Premier League fixtures are on Friday. Big up. For Arsenal, you are playing Arsenal, and you're thinking about the team. You're thinking about the structure. You are thinking about the structure. You are thinking about, oh, this team is going to come and crunch the shit out of us. Gabriel and Saliba are going to cook us. We're not going to be able to score. We're going to be on the back foot the whole game. That's what you think about. With all due respect, you're waking up, you're playing Madueke today. Well, you aren't losing sleep over playing Madueke, with all due respect to everyone. That is why Pep Guardiola, as well himself, he's adding a fear factor as well. Mikel Arteta, as a team, as a structure, he's adding a fear factor. Now, if you're playing Mikel Arteta, you're like thinking, what is going on? You know what I mean? You're not thinking about, with all due respect, you're not thinking about Madueke. You're thinking about Saka. You aren't thinking about what am I going to do against Madueke. You know what I mean? You aren't thinking about that. Summerville doesn't add this to me. I know that Man United fans, and I know that Man United fans agree with me. I know that sometimes I speak about your player, and I know that you might disagree with me or you might agree with me, but I don't like delusion. It's literally delusion. You know what I mean? It's literally delusion. I'm looking at, there is this news that dropped yesterday. Someone mentioned Madueke Cal in the comment section. That's why I said Madueke. Just keep up. It's not, I didn't mention Madueke. Someone mentioned Madueke. You know what I mean? It's not me. I didn't bring it up. I like this. I like this a lot, actually. Manchester United are reportedly considering 28 million pound for Fulham left back Antonee Robinson. And as they look to strengthen their defense with a cost-effective option, his potential price makes him significantly more attainable than Newcastle's Lewis Hall, who is also on United's radar, but is valued at around 50 million pounds. The gap in valuation could make Robertson more likely target as United will have their option. I like it. I like this. I like Antonee Robinson. I've been a fan of him for a while now. Every time I watch Antonee Robinson, he is someone that is one of the most balanced fullbacks in the whole league. Oh, Mo, but he plays for Fulham. I like him. I like this guy. I think he's up and down the pitch. He can cross. He can shoot. Strong physically. In the duels, he's good. I know that the shiny new toy Lewis Hall looks good. You know what I mean? I know it looks good. But if the money is tight, Antonee Robinson is a very decent fullback, as LTC is saying in the chat. He's a very decent option. And with all due respect, if I watch Lewis Hall, look talented and everything, but for 50 million pounds, I think the only thing that you're buying for Lewis Hall that is, I'm leaning towards Lewis Hall, is probably the age difference, because Lewis Hall is so young. You know what I mean? I like him. Every time I watched him, I like Antonee Robinson. He's someone that is always making things happen. You know what I mean? The price is so different. It's half the price, if I'm not mistaken. But the Lewis Hall is the better option for the age. Not a bad option. I like him. I wanted to see him at a big team. I wanted to see him play. I think he's similar to Calafiori in terms of like balanced. He's not like Hincapie. Hincapie is so focused on defense. He's very balanced. I like him. I know that you don't, but I like him. That's my opinion. And I think he adds to Man United team, in my opinion. If Luke Shaw stays fit, I'm going to tell you something. If Luke Shaw stays fit, and even if they sign anybody, I think Luke Shaw's going to start. I think the experience adds a lot, to be honest with you. In terms of Marcus Rashford, 40 million pound release clause, I think that's a lot of money for him because of the wages. Apart from Man City and Liverpool, I think he's a good player. I think someone should take a punt on him. I think the team to take a punt on Marcus Rashford should be Chelsea. For 40 million pounds, you should take a punt on Marcus Rashford. That is what I think. It's not a bad option. Good player. Not the worst player on earth. I think he has a lot of talent. I think he was let down by the Man United system, by the changing of coaching, by all this stuff. And I think he was let down. Genuinely, he was let down. It's not a bad option at all. And I think Man United should. I think Chelsea should genuinely try to take a punt on. Chelsea should take a punt on him. Mo, who do you think should start, Calafiori or Hincapie? I'm going to be completely honest with you. If Arsenal sign a winger that will dominate, I like these comments. Can we bring more comments like this? Can I have questions from the people in the chat? Support the channel and actually give me some questions. I like questions. I like you to get involved in the comment section. And I like it because it gives me something. It gives me like, it fires up the conversation. I think Calafiori should start. If you're bringing in, I think Hincapie should start. If you're bringing in a dominant winger. However, if you play the likes of Morgan Rogers, I think your fullback need to go up a lot. I like Hincapie defensively. Offensively, he goes up, but he ain't the best like Calafiori. Calafiori is better going forward. So I like both, but I think Hincapie is more of a defensive-sided left back rather than Calafiori. He's similar to Kukurea, which is someone that is not an offensive fullback in terms of crosses, overlaps, blah, 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 all the stuff. They do it sometimes. I'm not saying they don't do it all the time. but they're focused more on the defensive aspect of the game. I like Calafiori more. For a team like Arsenal, I like Calafiori more. Mo, do you think that we need to see an evolution in Arteta's coaching so they're able to win one of games like Man City in Cup finals and PSG final? I think Arsenal need forwards to make the difference. And I don't think that you have that if Saka's not fit. And that's why Morgan Rogers comes in, Barcola comes in, Odegaard needs to step up, Eze needs to step up. You know what I mean? So I don't think that Arteta is going to change his style massively, as a lot of people are suggesting. I don't think so. I think he's going to stick to what is happening. This news is Sander Berge for Manchester United. That is going to be a backup signing if they sell Ugarte. If they sell Ugarte, I think that's a good option. Ugarte, I watched him yesterday. Looks decent, looks all right. Looks awful in the Premier League, which shows me that international football is completely different than playing for the in the Premier League, than playing for the team in the Premier League. Looks completely different. It's different levels. It's different standards completely. The Kai Havertz news, this one struck me, and Arsenal have been following Inter Pio Esposito on several occasions this past season. Andrea Berta values the player massively. Inter, for their part, are attempting to renew Esposito's contract. I'm not his biggest fan. I think he lacks the technical ability that is needed. It's similar to Mateta. Will run behind, will get you goals, will get at the end of things. He's not the greatest in his first touch. He's not the greatest in holding up the ball. He's learning though. He's 20 years old. Arsenal don't need that. Arsenal need an established striker if they're going to get a striker to be with Eucharist. Because now you look at Kai Havertz. And Kai Havertz looks like it's going to be a star. You know what I mean? They aren't signing Esposito for 30 million at all. Inter aren't parting ways with Esposito for 30 million. In my opinion. This Kai Havertz news is reportedly on Bayern Munich. I don't think he's leaving Arsenal at all. I think this news is shit. I think his wages, I think the way he plays the Arsenal, I don't think he's leaving Arsenal at all. I think it's an important piece of the Arsenal puzzle. I think Arteta's using him the right way. Some games you need Havertz, some games you need Eucharist, and Havertz off the bench. I think Arsenal need a Kai Havertz. I'm still thinking that I watched Eucharist with Sweden. I watched extended highlights. And I think Eucharist is going to improve next season. He's going to improve. Arteta's going to learn how to use him. And I think he's going to improve next season. Well, if it comes to this, though, Liverpool are ready to offer more than Paris Saint-Germain in terms of a contract to Jan Diomande in order to attract him. PSG still waiting for the right solution for Bradley Barcola. Liverpool are still pushing and are aware of PSG interest. Spurs. This guy's going to be a fucking monster. He's Doku on steroids. He's just a bigger Doku. He's a monster. He is going to be ridiculous. He's going to terrorize the Premier League. And I mean it. Terrorize the Premier League. He is going to be a superstar if he joins Liverpool. And I mean it. He's going to be... He is so fucking good. It's unfreaking believable. He is someone that I believe that now I understand what the hype is about. Now I understand he took Hincapie to the cleaners. Cleaners. Bro, Hincapie couldn't keep up. The difference is Hincapie tried to do the physical game. He just couldn't. He just couldn't. I think he's similar to Doku. Why not? I think he's very similar to Doku. The way he plays, the body movement, the body feints, the way he dribbles, he's using speed, he's using quick body shifts. And I think he's fantastic. He's worth massive money, as my man here is saying. And I think there should be more clubs in for him, not only Liverpool and PSG. I think he has the physicality to play in the Premier League. I think he has the speed to play in the Premier League. I think he has the skills to play in the Premier League without a shadow of a doubt. And I think if Liverpool secure him, doesn't matter if he plays right or left, he is someone that I'm going to tell you something. Chelsea should be looking into him. Arsenal should be looking into him. Man City have Semenyo and Doku, so they don't need him. But I think he definitely need to leave RB Leipzig and go to the Premier League. I don't want to see this guy go to PSG. With all due respect to PSG, I want to see this guy go to the Premier League. I want to see bowlers in the Prem. You know what I mean? I want to see these guys play in the Premier League. And it looks like Liverpool are ready to actually Jar El Hato. Michel, Jar El Hato. I know you're looking at Palestra, and I know you're looking at the guy that scored for Uruguay yesterday, that plays for Sporting Lisbon. He's a good player. Lewis Hall. There's a lot of left backs out there. Maybe Chelsea should have signed Robertson, you know? Maybe Chelsea should have signed Robertson. No, they don't want 130 million. They want 115 million euros, which is less than 100 million pounds, if I'm not mistaken. I'm being serious. Hato, and Hato's a good option. I like Hato. I don't know why you don't like Hato. I like Hato, Michel. I think he's a good, decent player. I think he's not a bad player. And get him, by the way, everyone is making fun of Chelsea for making 50 million pounds on Kukurea. Is not bad. It's good. Remember, his level dropped. And I don't think Spain are winning the World Cup at all. Well, maybe I spoke too fast. Maybe we'll have to wait until Yamal comes back and see what happens. Because I think Yamal is the best player in the world. I think Yamal changes lives. That's what I think. Sean, I'm going to tell you something about the Diomande guy. Brodsky, Sean, Liverpool fans, I'm fucking excited. I don't know about you. If Diomande joins Liverpool, I can't wait for the first Liverpool game. I can't wait to see him on the pitch. The guy is ridiculous, right? The guy is amazing. He's ridiculous. No, wallahi, I think Jarrell Hato. Under Xabi Alonso, I think Hato would be all right. Left center back or left back, I think he'll be all right. I like him. I like Hato. Every time I watch him. Lately, after that Champions League game in Karabakh, when he kind of made a couple of mistakes, I think he played decent. I don't know why you're giving up on him. I think he's decent. I think he's decent. He has the physique. He has the, I think he has the football. I think he can pass the ball. I think I don't think he lacks anything to be a progressive modern left back. At all. How many likes are we on? 111. I said 200. You guys are letting me down. 80 likes. Kenny, Habibi, thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate donations, guys. Especially in the summer where things are not like happening. There's no games. You think he will pick Liverpool over PSG? I think yes. I think he will pick Liverpool. And I think he should pick Liverpool over PSG, in my opinion. Genuinely. I'm going to explain to you why, Kenny. Thanks for your super chat. I think he's guaranteed a start at Liverpool. I think he goes to PSG. He becomes one of the guys. He becomes second fiddle to Desiree Doué or Barcola. And if you ask me, he is someone that needs game time. And I know that people tell me, and I know that a lot of you are like, but people play good minutes in PSG. You want to be the starter, and I'm repeating again. You want to be the starter when the big game comes in. You don't want to start against Rennes. You don't want to start against Nice. You want to start against Bayern. You want to start against Barcelona. You want to start in the when you're playing Marseille. You want to start when you're playing Lyon. You want to start in the big games. You want to start even if Dembele, Doué, and Kvara are fit. You want to be the guy on the stream sheet when things are happening. You don't want to be the guy that is, yeah, we'll play you in these other games, but when the Champions League final comes in, we're choosing Kvara and Desiree Doué ahead of you. You back yourself to be the starter. And I think if Liverpool offer the same money, I think you should choose Liverpool. I know the prospect of playing for PSG and Luis Enrique is good, but broski, unless you are Zerbi and unless you are Kvaratskhelia and Dembele, bro, you aren't on the world map. With all due respect to everyone at PSG, the starters, the Hakimis, the Pachos, the Nuno Mendes, the Vitinhas, Fabian Ruiz. Look at Zaire Emery. Zaire Emery, because he's a squad player and he's all over. Like he plays right back, he plays in the midfield. When the main starters are out, Zaire Emery's stock have dropped massively. Even Barcola. A lot of people, Kenny, say Barcola's trash. He ain't trash. But you are not watching PSG versus Rennes. I'm not. You're watching PSG versus Bayern, and you're looking at the starter, and you're like, well, the starters are Zerbi and Kvaratskhelia. These are the star names. So Diomande needs to go to a team that will guarantee him a start. Who is this? It's Liverpool Football Club to replace Mohamed Salah, to replace one of the biggest names. And the pressure is in massive at Liverpool currently. Why? Because they got a new manager. Liverpool aren't targeting winning the league next season. Liverpool are going to be comfortably in top 5. They have a new manager. He's going to implement a new style. He can learn. He will learn from the players around him. And I think that there is going to be time for him to adapt to the Premier League. He goes to PSG, he becomes a second fiddle player right away. Day one, you're a second fiddle player. Day one. So he should go to Liverpool without a shadow of a doubt. For me, you know. He should go to Liverpool. He shouldn't go to PSG. Why would he go to PSG with all this? I want to tell you something. I don't know why would anybody go to PSG currently. They win the Champions League, fine. But should go to Liverpool. Liverpool should wrap up this fucking deal. Liverpool should wrap up this deal as quickly as possible. 100%. I take Barcola and Liverpool take Diomande and leave PSG with nothing. No, I agree with you. I genuinely agree with you. I agree with you. Without a shadow of doubt in my mind. Why not? Why not? Yeah, you need to get this done as soon as possible, bro. You need to get it as soon as possible. You still have Mohamed Salah's picture. He's not your player anymore. It's still PSG, and they rule at the moment. They don't rule. For such talent, he should be dominating his position at which club he's joined. Exactly. That's why I think he should join Liverpool. Tino Livramento has suffered a hamstring injury that will force him to miss the entire World Cup treatment. England manager Thomas Tuchel is expected to replace Livramento. Is Livramento even at the World Cup? I didn't know that even Livramento is at the World Cup. Is he? I didn't know this. You know that? I didn't know this. Is he taken as a left back or a right back? Is he taken at the World Cup? Oh. Bernardo Silva joins Real Madrid. Manchester City ready to advance their deals with Nottingham Forest. Wow. Trevor Chalobah. Trevor Chalobah. He's going to take Trevor Chalobah. Is he mad? Is he mad? Livramento is good. I like him. But he's made of... Bro, he's made of glass. Made of glass. To be honest with you. Diomande has no end product. People overglaze him. I think he's a good player. I think he's going to terrorize the Premier League. Can we get the 70 more likes? Hit that like button, people. If you are here. Yeah, Real Madrid building a team of shit houses. Yeah. Dumfries, Cucurella, Bernardo. Now, Dumfries is not as bad. But I think he's all right. You know? I think it's good. Watch Trent be on the bench next season, you know? Watch Trent be on the bench next season. Dumfries is taking his spot. Yeah, it's done deal. It's already here we go. Even the coach is the fucking shit house. Even the coach is a shit house, you know? It's a phenomenal sighting for 20 million euros. You cannot go wrong. You can't go wrong. What about this? He's not going back. What about this? What do you guys think about this? What do people think about Ethan Nwaneri to Liverpool? A young talent who has caught their attention. We understand Arsenal is open to selling him to rivals if the price is right. Our sources state that contact has been made. It is evidence that Liverpool admire his potential. The thing about it, at the end, Nwaneri has to play football. So I'm going to tell you something. You cannot keep Nwaneri in your back pocket all your life. You need something that is new. You know, he needs to play football. You know what I mean? Arsenal need to either sell him or need to have a clear pathway for him. It cannot be getting loaned out, loaned out. You need to actually include him on the team or sell the guy. Basically, that's what it is. Can I ask chat what dynamic winger that has heaps of end products is available for sale? Apparently, Barcola, Doku, Diomande has no end products. Vinny, Olise. I don't know. I think these are the wingers that are available on the market. Because you aren't going to tell me. Kvaratskhelia is not on the market. Du is not on the market. Olise is not on the market. Diaz is not on the market. Vinny is not on the market. They aren't on the market. Salah is done. Gakpo is all right. You got Saka. That's about it. Rafa Leao. He has a problem with attitude. But thank you, Cal, for the super chat. To answer you, Cal, that's the best you can get. People that turn their noses up on the likes of Barcola and Diomande, bro, who's out there for you on the wingers to get? Morgan Rogers is not an actual winger. Ndai, you think Ndai is better than Barcola? You think that, you know? By the way, the people that doubt Indicala, the guy has been spot on. Guys, have we checked OK Jersey yet? I'm going to tell you something. Type 1 in the chat if you bought something from OK Jersey. Type 2 in the chat if you have checked out OK Jersey but you haven't bought something yet. Type 3 if you haven't ever checked OK Jersey and you have never clicked on the link. I definitely believe in Indicala. Indicala has been spot on last summer. You need to try them. They don't ship everywhere. It's because of customs. They don't even ship here. They don't ship here. When are you guys going to buy your shirts? When are you going to buy the shirts? They're cheap as fuck. Buy next season shirts. They're good quality, though. They pay full attention to them. I wash them in the washing machine. I put them in the dryer. And they fucking work. They work, you know? They work. They work, actually. They're good. They're good. But buy a size up. Like if you're small, buy medium. If you're a medium, buy large. Broski, did you see the joke about Egypt? Before the game with Egypt-Belgium, they said Tunisia played at 5 p.m. in Egypt time, and shipped 5. Egypt play at 10. That was yesterday before the game. You don't believe anyone that says trend to City, lol? I didn't see it, German. My guy, I didn't see it. That link was like, oh my God, a month ago or something, right? That link didn't happen soon. Like, I haven't seen that link, is it? Is it there? Man United want to sell Marcus Rashford after Barcelona then chose Bernardo's advanced. They're linked. They're this, they're that. Yildiz ain't going to Arsenal. Try with MHF. Matlaw. Diomande. Today is Senegal France today. What a cool story. Real Madrid are the kings of free signings, bro. Habibi, where are you? Habibi, come to Dubai. Come to Cairo. Elliot Anderson, Ben Jacobs retweeted. It looks like Elliot Anderson is going to be done soon. Enzo Maresca. Bro. Will be the best game. I believe it will be the best game. I don't know what is this. This is like in Dutch. Okay, hold on. This is fucking Dutch. What does this say? An exciting summer awaits Christian Norgard, who could easily end up in the black with Arsenal, where he's still a year left on his deal. What is this? This was last year or something. No. What? What is this? Norgard to leave. Maybe Norgard to leave, though. Danish or something. Spurs have open talk with absolute garbage. New Manchester City signed 18 years old center back Herman Malonga on a 5-year deal. Manchester City saw him as a player with a very high potential. Another Kozanov. No, I don't do watch alongs for the World Cup. I barely watch the games, just to be honest with you. I barely watch the games. I know watch alongs are good, but I'm not interested in watch alongs, to be honest with you. Ruben Amorim should buy Joshua Zirkzee, Mason Mount for AC Milan. I agree. I agree with you. I agree. No more Neymar. Manchester United. The Monsters, rock solid elite source at 5. What is bombshell shit? I did enjoy the Egypt game. It was all right. It was okay. It was not bad. It's not bad. The problem is Fonzie, I'm in Egypt now, so for the foreseeable future, expect early content until I get settled down, get my own apartment. Imagine I'm staying with my mom. Until I get my own apartment, my own car, I'm staying with my mom. So, and I need to, like every day, bro, I go look for apartments. I look for cars. I'm trying to get furniture. It's hard, bro. My wife keeps saying, let's go back to America. Let's go back home. She's like, I miss first world countries where I can shop from my couch and I can fix everything from my couch. Anyway, that's what happens. No player has played more backward passes in a single World Cup game so far than Marco Correa, who recorded 21. What did I tell you? What did I tell you about Marco Correa? A chicken. A cat. Passes backwards. Scared to take initiative. I don't want to make mistakes. I don't want to make mistakes. I don't want to. I want to pass back so I look good in front of people. I will run forward, and if you pass me the ball, I will hit it down. I'll hit it backwards. But I don't want to take initiative. I don't want to take any initiatives. I want to pass backwards, and I want to look cool with my hair and stuff. That's what happens. Marco Correa. Such a random stat, but it tells you everything that I've been saying about Correa for years. But people don't believe me. Players that don't pass forward don't take initiatives. They don't take risks. They want to look good. They pass to their teammates. They give the responsibility to their teammates to make things happen. They only want to get at the end of things. You know, they run forward. You pass them the ball. They cross it 4 times. That's fine. First time, that's fine. They will run forward, and if you get a good pass, they will hit it back or something. But they don't take initiatives to try to make things happen. He's a good defender, though. He defends very well. He defends very well. He's solid, likes to act tough on the pitch. I'm not his biggest fan, to be honest with you. I don't think he's even a good... I think he's a decent player defensively. He's not even good with the ball, bro. Like, he's not good. I don't like him. I don't like him. I don't like the guy. Anyway, there's no more news. Short, sweet. Did the Football Terrace set up the stream? Did he set up a stream? Did Terry set up a stream so I can redirect to him? Did he set up a stream yet? What is his stream? He didn't set up his stream, ya akhi. We didn't get, by the way, we didn't get to even 150 likes, you fraud. Wallahi, people, you make me upset. Yani, we need to hit the like button. I used to always pass forward. One of the things, I always used to look forward. Always. We get at least 200 likes. I'm not asking for much, you know. I'm not asking for much. Maybe spill the loo. Maybe loo. And you need to get to 200 likes. Come on now. We mad. Yes. Give me the likes. At least the show will go to different viewers. Come on. Hit the like button. It's all right, bro. I know work has been hectic. I'm sorry, Tevin. I'm not done. There's not a lot to talk about unless you want to talk about something. Unless you want to talk about stuff. There's not a lot to talk about. To be honest with you, it's dead. It's dead. The news are dead. The news is not great. Salam Sunra Habibi. It's, you don't understand. Can imagine this is my livelihood. Someone asked me, someone tell him, what do you do for a living? What do I do for a living? It's the first time we do YouTube during the World Cup when it was in the summer, because it was during the winter. You know, start of July. Nope. No Gibbs White. I explained it earlier today, to be honest with you. I explained it earlier, Tevin. I'm still targeting 200 likes. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hit the like button, people. I'm a judge. Yes. I work in my time as a judge. I can see Tonali to Spurs. I don't think Arsenal and City really want him. I think he's going to destroy his career if he goes to Spurs. It's going to be another Bentancur. He's going to fade away. He's going to fade away, bro. He's going to fade away. 30 more likes. 30 more likes. Anyway, I will leave you guys. We'll go to Lou. I think she's live in a bit. And bro, it's hard. And we're out of here, people. Thank you so much for people that is actually supporting us. Thank you for everyone that is donating to us. Thank you for everyone that is sticking with us, watching us. Hit that like button before you go. I'll see you guys in the next stream. Check out okjersey.com. We're out of here, people.